People
say
have
more
kind of
about this sudden interest in quantum physics.
Yeah,
that resonates a little bit.
I mean, that happened with Tom Sawyer, who had a near-death experience, and he just became obsessed with quantum physics. And he went to a quantum physicist, and quantum physicist says, well, if you're really interested, I want you to start with these 5 books. Well, he had just picked those all out and read them. And we see this with a lot of contactees. One lady I interviewed, who I mentioned earlier, the lady who showed me the UFO that came down, and we talked about that in a prior episode, I think, or at some point, maybe that was before this actual show. At any rate, she's a contactee who had all kinds of contact, and she started writing down mathematical equations. This happened with the very controversial Stan Romanek case, which has been somewhat, I don't want to say disproven, but attacked. But he had all kinds of mathematical equations. Jesse Long, abductee that was investigated by Yvonne Smith, had a high school education, he and his brother, John Long. And he's since filed several patents for energy-free motors and stuff like this. And he's just obsessed with quantum physics and magnetics. And Whitley Strieber talked about this. As a little boy, he's tried to build a magnetic-free motor, ended up burning down a wing of his house, but located other contactees who have this same compulsion. Jacques Vallée had a case where a lady was sure she could build an energy-free motor. And she described it to him, and he said, well, the way she described it, it could never work. But it involved, again, counter-rotating magnetic fields, which is a theme that turns up again and again. And I ended up really digging in and collecting a bunch of these accounts. And I found a good dozen of them where people were flat out taken to the engine room of a craft and said, this is how you build it. And one guy I talked to personally, Jim Kubelbeck, was an electronics engineer in the Navy and was taken on board and shown this energy-free motor. And they told him, you have the knowledge to build this. There are other energy sources. You should be looking into this. Why are you guys using fossil fuels? And he sat on that information till old age and ended up building a perpetual motion device with a bicycle wheel and magnets. And he said it didn't really work perpetually, but it spun for 2-3 weeks. I tried hard to get him to, get more information from it, but I wasn't able to. But it's the same theme that turns up again and again of people who develop this sudden interest in magnetics or mathematics or quantum physics. It's actually a fairly consistent consequence, I guess, or symptom of contact.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. Additionally, if you have any feedback, please put something in the comments below. And lastly, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, you can find it above. Thanks again for watching.